We've always been here, deep down in Manx roots. Grown up in this city, cogs, metal and boots. Under layers of grey, before blues and reds, the wickets and runs, the knockouts and heads. Came people in union from all walks of life. Scrum together through struggle and try on through strife. We do things differently here, yeah, good and proper, with stars in our eyes and mud on our clobber. With passion and pride, we stand hand in hand, because everyone's welcome, on pitch or on stand. A city of sharks with courage and bite, chip balm and a brew. Ah, go on, love, a pint. Respect all, fear none. Come win or come loss. So come on, our kid. Let's show him who's boss.
A warm welcome to Haywood Road. We're back where it all began for Sale Sharks 25 years ago. This is the pre-season fixture between Sale Sharks and Newcastle Falcons, a special 25-year anniversary. This is where the club began at the spiritual home at Haywood Road before the move to Stockport, before the move to their eventual current home in Salford. A large buzz of excitement around the stadium today to see the boys back at their spiritual home, and also to see some new and experienced players take the field. A good mix today of youth, getting valuable experience in this pre-season fixture, and also some experienced players, the likes of George Ford, the likes of Rob Dupree. Also a chance to see some new signings in action, the likes of Waisia, Nyatalevu making their first official appearances in Sale shirts. As the Sale Sharks run out, the crowd take their feet. We can have a look at the teams here. Newcastle first, former Sale players on deck, the likes of Jack Metcalf. Sale Sharks with an almost full-strength side. Will Addison returns to the bench. Former Sale player for many years, had a Sale Academy product before he left for Ulster. Gus Moore and George Ford, a familiar half-back partnership. And the new man, Nyatalevu at 13. Keep your eye on him. Absolutely. Just moments away from kickoff. Newcastle in the white, Sale Sharks in the light blue. It will be Newcastle fly half Brett Connon to get us underway. Over 2,000 tickets sold for this pre-season friendly. Sale Sharks fans excited to see their players back where it all began. And Connon gets us underway. Hiron Andrews underneath the kick. And we have our first ruck of the game.
Play on, balls out.
War caught.
Okay, now leave Newcastle.
Sale looking for their first exit from the 22. Luke Cowan-Dickey.
Back foot, push, push. Good. Hold there at 5. Stay back. Good man. That's good.
As we see Asher Opoku for sure in that ruck. He's one of those young players I was talking about. Fans very excited to see him get 80 minutes under his belt.
Good timing.
Still just 20 years of age. Oh, kick nearly fumbled. Tom Curry came flying through.
Good. Thank you.
Newcastle with the first time with the ball. Stewart to Conan. It is kicked ahead by Dupria. Naithalevu could be in early. Oh, but it's cleaned up well by Newcastle. Naithalevu's eyes lit up there. Nearly a try. Just a minute into his debut for the Fijian, formerly of Stade France and Toulon.
Leave
Newcastle now with a lot of work to do to get out their 22.
Hold there, stop! On now, good.
And it's a tidy clearance in the end. Sale will have the ball for the line out in the Newcastle half.
Set this line, boys. Blue line. Blue line.
It was a relaxed warm-up for Sale today. No need to set the world alight in this pre-season friendly. But by no means does that mean they don't want to win on the board, especially against their northern rivals. The Battle of the North, they call this, Newcastle v Sale. As we get our first chance to see Naithalevu on the ball, that's what he'll bring. Power. Now it comes from Ford, through the hands of Roebuck and Carpenter. Carpenter carries straight through the line. Inside ball. It's Ben Curry with the first try. Sale Sharks pick up where they left off last season. Flowing rugby out wide. Joe Carpenter made the line break.
Body Jover!
From Carpenter, the stiff arm handoff to his former teammate Jack Metcalf. Carpenter, who got named in the first ever England squad in the summer for their tour of New Zealand, showing why he got picked for that honour. And George Ford now with a routine kick to make it 7-0.
Conversion scorer number 10, George Ford.
Sale Sharks look like they intend to play the kind of rugby that all the fans here want to see in pre-season. Flowing rugby, width to width. Carpenter and Ben Curry, the beneficiary of that move. Connors gets back underway. Goes to the same location, taken by Rob Dupree this time. They get the offload, and Sale again looking to play as Van Rijn carries it in. Cowan-Dickey again.
Ready for there, John? Play on. Hold there. Five, stay there, that's good.
In the bottom left-hand corner of the Haywood Road pitch.
Use
Looking
it.
for an exit. It's War with the box kick.
Perfect. Good timing, boys. Well done.
He finds touch.
Thank you. Just wait, please. Take the 10, please, Sale. Meter off.
New faces as well in the Newcastle team, the likes of Alex Hurl, Gloucester last year and Worcester before that. Newcastle, of course, winless in the league last season. They will be looking for a strong start to this campaign. Sam Stewart with the quick tap. Newcastle also looking to play fast early on in this game.
Good turnover, play on.
It's ripped away by Sale. It's going to come away to this left-hand side. Bevan Rod with a massive miss pass. That's not what you expect to see from a loose head prop. Gus Waugh kicks it through. Pressure's on here. Sam Stewart with his back to Gus Waugh. And Gus Waugh and Tom O'Flaherty do a tremendous job to ship him into touch.
Easy, sail ball.
It may be pre-season, but that's a smart play from Gus Waugh. Just pinning. It's a brilliant turnover from Luke Cowan-Dickey. And look at this pass from Bevan Rod if we get to see it. Oh, we don't in the end. Cowan-Dickey throws to Dupree. Off the back to Waugh. Ford chips it out. Carpenter again. It's come to Roebuck. Roebuck looks like he's going to finish this. smart tackle.
Off now, leave, no lift.
Newcastle do well to scramble. Carpenter again, he loves to pop up in that little channel just inside the winger, outside his outside centre. Has so much room in that area, and that's where he really thrives.
The tackle.
Newcastle have turned it back over, they've done well there.
Back foot here. Use it! Excuse me, no. Don't, I'll do that, thank you. Otherwise I'll ignore that and talk to you, all right? Yeah, take the line. Right, straight up and down this time, straight up and down. Take the 22 as your line.
Sale Sharks and Newcastle, of course, both wearing their new strips for this season, as is the customary these days to have a new shirt every season. Sale Sharks rocking a collar this year. Knife Levu, the dummy line this time, as it comes all the way out the bag. Rob Dupree with the miss pass to Tom O'Flaherty. Tries to take on his opposite winger.
Release!
Great tackle by Alex Hurl to bring him down in the end, but Sale still with the ball, deep in the Newcastle 22. It was kicked through in the end. I don't know if that was the right option.
Stop, Newcastle.
And Sam Stewart does well to kick it into the stand next to me here.
No, yeah. Newcastle here. Take the end of that line.
Of course, the metal roof here in the Jim Birtle stand at Haywood Road.
6, that's it, 6.
Sale with the ball again, brought down by Van Rijn. Cowan-Dickey pops it away to Naya Falebu. He's gone straight through. And there's the start that the debutant wanted. His first game in the blue and white of Sale, his first game in Greater Manchester, and he gives the home fans what they wanted to see, what they came here to see. He's such a unit, Naya Falebu, but he's so quick as well. Didn't give the Newcastle defence any chance to touch him there. We've seen him run that dummy line, and they've gone out the back to the attackers out wide. That's what Newcastle were expecting there, and they just give it to him short, and he goes through easily. That's what Sale fans can expect from him this season. A lot of excitement about this man.
You're good, boys. You're good.
He's captained his country. He's played all over the world.
Keep it up, mate. 5 a day.
And Ford with another simple kick to stretch the lead to 14.
Thank you, Peter.
George 14-0 to Sale. Not even 10 minutes gone. Newcastle with a mountain to climb now to get something from this pre-season fixture. A double header, of course. Sale Sharks women playing in the Power Cup, their first game of the season earlier on, versus Loughborough Lightning. Loughborough won that game. Sale will look to make sure it's not an away sweep today. Colin kicks off to the same location. Sale do well with it again. And it looks like it's on here as it comes through the hands of Dupree. Again, the miss pass. They're looking to go wide as early as possible, Sale. Roebuck. Oh, one offload too many for Tom Roebuck, but you can see the ambition from Sale.
Leave him now, leave him. All on feet, play on.
Newcastle have lost it again. They've not had a chance really to attack at all in this game so far. They've been sloppy with the ball, and Sale have been found a lot of joy with stealing it at the ruck. And in the tackle, that's a massive collision. Looks like it's on again here to the left as it comes through the hands of Dupree again. He's always in there involved. Comes to Tom O'Flaherty. One defender to beat. Beats him. Great cover tackle from Sam Stewart. And he offloads loose.
Leave line!
Intercepted, in fact, by Josh Bainbridge. And Newcastle get the penalty as well. We see Rob Dupree, traditionally, he's always been a fly half, played fly half for Sale the whole first few years that he was at the club. And then when George Ford came in, moved to 13, and you see how much more joy he has in those outside spaces in the 13 shirt. He's thrown a few passes so far today, which have found the wide attackers.
Edge there. Edge of that line there. We'll get on the line, you'll get numbers. Get on the line, boys. Boys, get on the line, then I'll get you numbers, okay? There you are, perfect.
Newcastle with the ball now.
Yeah,
Josh Bainbridge has it at the back of the maul. Sale have done a great job to slow that maul down. It's not going anywhere. It's Bevan Rod who's in there holding it up. Sam Stewart will have to be smart to get it out of the maul here, or Newcastle will lose it. It goes to ground.
Ball's away here, ball's breaking away. Just a knock on.
Oh, and it's Newcastle
Knock
ball.
on. You're
Luke
okay,
Cowan
but then
Dickey
you're knocked
especially was expecting a Sale put in at the scrum there. Sale with the stronger of the two teams today by far. Newcastle have been very experimental in its pre-season fixture, as is the tradition, trying a few younger players out before the season starts. Sale, on the other hand, Joe Carpenter, Tom Roebuck, both back from England duty, George Ford, a seasoned England international. Tom and Ben Curry in tandem in the back row, which we rarely get to see.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Use it!
Comes away from Stewart to Hutchison.
Stop, Gray, stop! Now on, yeah.
Joe Carpenter fields the kick, immediately looks to run. He's always looking for an opening, Joe Carpenter.
All good.
Rushed into the kick into the end, and he would have expected better.
Yeah, half.
Newcastle will have the line out on the halfway line.
Sail, halfway.
Looking through this Newcastle team sheet, a name that jumps out is Louis Brown at fullback. Still a very young man, 21 years old, out of Sedbergh. He will look to get on the ball as early as possible, get himself comfortable in this game. He's not played too many games at this level before. Stewart. That carry was Adam Scott. Stewart involved again, ships it away to Bainbridge. Sale defence resolute so far. Newcastle not really had any joy of ball in hand. Conan chooses to kick.
Good.
It's down the middle. Oh, and it's touched on by that man, Louis Brown. And he's going to score. Whoa, it's the opposite of the commentator's curse. I was bigging him up just a minute ago, and he's proved me right. Great finish from Louis Brown. A smart kick from Brett Conan. The attack was going nowhere. The Sale defence was pushing them back. Great decision to kick from Conan. And great footballing skills from Brown to get the score for Newcastle. Just chips it through Carpenter and O'Flaherty. Neither of them wanted to claim it. And this kick should make it 14-7. 3 tries inside the first 15 minutes here at Haywood Road.
All good, boys. You're good, you're good. That one. It's Newcastle. Okay. Perfect, okay. Perfect, thank you.
Conan with the conversion for Newcastle. One of the more experienced names in this Newcastle team sheet. He'll have a lot to do today to push around the younger guys around him. The kick goes wide, so it is 14-5 to Sale.
Just that line-out time, in your ball. Just make sure we get 2 straight lines in early, no walk-ins. So we're not walking in and up. Yeah.
chant of Sale goes up around Haywood Road. Not too many away fans in sight. Understandably, a 3-hour journey for the away supporters for this pre-season fixture.
Leave now, leave!
Is awash with
Play on.
blue. Newcastle now under pressure with the ball in their own 22. They'll need a clean exit here.
No, leave it. Away. Use it! Hold there. Four. In charge of the line outs. In charge of the line outs.
Numbers! Let's go!
On the blue line, yeah.
Of course,
no
with this
walking,
pre-season
Sale!
fixture gone are
Sale!
the days of returning from your summer holiday.
Sale, no walk-ins, 2 straight lines.
In awful shape and having to go through a grueling pre-season to get back into it. These guys are pro athletes. Best believe they've been training on the beaches of wherever they've been on their summer holidays. And they're proving it right now. A ruthless display from Sale so far. We're only 1 try up and that's been knocked on out wide. I think it was Hiron Andrews. But Sale looked deadly in this first half so far. They look like they want to throw the ball around. They look like they want to put Newcastle to the sword. We'll see how that ends up in the second half.
Just keep your feet underneath you, please. Yeah?
Come on, Lou! Come on!
There's a little bit of movement. That's the only thing pretty tight head.
I'll try and stop. Come on. Vicky, what's the top? Hey, lads. Who the fuck is up? Here we go. Yes, come on, boys. Let's go, Mus. Come on, boy. Let's have it, Mus. Yes!
Crouch!
Scrum here for Sale. One of the first scrums we've seen of the game. Newcastle, sorry. Sam Stewart to put it in.
Set!
Scrum, of course, such an important part of the game in the modern game.
Ball out.
As Sale get the push on, but it's brought
Arrive
away
up.
from the back by Freddie Lockwood at 8 for Newcastle today. The Sale front row will look to get some penalties from that scrum. Such a key area to gain field position.
Use it!
In the modern game, as I say, Bevan Rod, Nico and Dickey.
3 away, no!
Bags of experience at club and international level in that front row for Sale, paired with Asher Apoku.
Use it!
Who Sale fans are very excited about. He put a few season props to the sword last season in the scrum. The likes of Joe Marler. Sale fans excited with what he could be. Oh, and Nath Alevu was hunting on this left-hand side again.
I think it was off his shoulder.
Doesn't go to hand this time, but you just know every time he gets the ball in a bit of space, something's going to happen.
Sale here. Line up.
Brought in to replace Manu Tuolangi, of course, and you don't lose any size with that
and then ball comes in. Good.
Nath Alevu, a huge body at centre. Clean line out for Newcastle. Comes away from Conan. Tackle by George Ford.
Advantage. 10 falling into tackle.
Referee playing advantage. And it comes wide for Newcastle. One of the first chances. They've got to play with the ball in hand.
Advantage over!
They're away on the left-hand side. He's going to go all the way. Gets the pass away. And they will score through Sam Stewart. It was Alex Hurl with the break down the left-hand side.
If anything, John.
And the Sale fans are applauding that Newcastle try.
No worries.
Acknowledging an impressive effort from the Falcons. Breaking away from their own half, storming their own half. Alex Hill streaking down the left-hand side, cut in. Looked like he might have gone all the way.
Hey, I had a really good view of that one.
And then an ambitious pass to Sam Stewart, following up on his left shoulder. And Newcastle are right back in this. 2 chances, 2 tries for the Falcons. Clinical. Conan missed his first kick, should get his second, he does. And it's 14-12 to Sale. 20 minutes gone here at Haywood Road.
Brett, a couple of times back in your half, just players arriving up, not sealing off. Okay. Only hint of sealing off, okay. It's hard to get those curries on.
Newcastle Falcons 12.
George Ford to get us back underway here. Taken by Hurl, who created that last try. Big collision there from Sale. Make no mistake about this being
taken in 9.
Boys have come to play. That's a massive shot by, I think, Tom Curry.
Use it! Good.
Kick goes high.
Play on.
Taken by Newcastle, who come away with it. Buoyed by those 2 tries, Newcastle playing with some confidence now.
22 is
Stewart,
on.
the try scorer, looks to kick deep into Sale territory. Taken by O'Flaherty. Looks to run at the defence of O'Flaherty. Flats, as he's called by the Sale fans. Is that.
Play on. 7 off, ball's available, leave it, yeah. Ball's available here. Ball's available here.
Sale look to be under pressure here. They were in control of this game for the first 20 minutes or so. Newcastle looked to have grown into it, and they look to be the more confident of the 2 teams at the moment.
Use it!
Gus Ward to take the sting out of things here with a big box kick. Underneath it is Brown, the first try scorer. Does well under pressure from Flats. Flats
tackle!
Up the touchline. And Newcastle win the penalty. And another 10, I think, for chat. Newcastle in full control of this game now, and a lull descends over Haywood Road. Conan kicks it deep into the Sale 22.
Blue line here, boys. Numbers! 15's here.
As we see here, Brown tees it off for Lockwood. Strong carry from Lockwood, but an even stronger tackle from Tom Curry. Just decimated him. Conan looked to go through that gap. Nothing too fancy from either attacking team. You don't want to show your hand at this stage when it doesn't matter as much. It's not a competitive game. You don't see any of the fancy moves that we see in the Premiership fixtures or the European fixtures. Just straight up the middle, as we saw with the Naif Alevu try. And Sale have won the turnover.
Let's go then, guys. Last one was really good patience.
It's a relaxed crowd here at Haywood Road today. A good mix of your hardcore.
Eight and early.
Your casual, so to speak. Just enjoying a pint in what is the last of the summer sun.
Bind!
Let's go. Wait.
Set! Use it! Stay.
Dupree at the back to War. Through the hands to Naif Alevu, creating again to Roebuck.
Cross forward. Play on!
Roebuck, who wasn't given his England debut in the end this summer.
Advantage, never onside. Advantage, never onside.
To the hands of Andrews and Rob Dupree, and in the wide channel here with Curry. Oh! And if that went
that's
to
a knock
hand,
on,
Tom
we'll come back.
O'Flaherty would have been in for a try. Pass doesn't go to hand.
Peter here.
These are the mistakes you make in pre-season, though.
Yeah.
Still just greasing the
never
wheels
onside.
of what we can expect to see
15.
from the Sale Sharks this year. We're going to come back, nevertheless, for a penalty to Sale.
A guard and the player
on the other
outside
end of the
him.
pitch.
Didn't get a number.
Offside.
Say again. Okay, wait. Yeah, I've been told you want to make a change now. What are you saying, Paul? Yeah, send him on there.
Ben Curry down on this left-hand side of the pitch. He looks like he's okay to carry on.
It's done. No, we're playing on. We're playing on. It's done. It's done.
Trying to find O'Flaherty.
Let's go, Sale.
And it's O'Flaherty who's actually come off. Aaron Reed's come on. I didn't see what happened yet. I didn't see what happened there, sorry. Don't know if it's an injury or if that was planned.
Cheers, Sam. Cheers for the mark.
Ben Curry
Everyone
anyway
to the end
stays on.
Boys, on your front man. On your front man.
Yes,
boys,
sir.
on your front man. Thank you.
Aaron Reed, of course, Sale Sharks though, all about Aaron Reed. He's no slouch on his left-hand side. One of the fastest players in the Premiership. He is
ball!
He gets on the ball. Lightning quick, agile as well. As Rob Dupree takes a rare carry. Usually distributing, it's a strong carry from Rob Dupree. He can do that to you as well.
Advantage, 13, never onside.
Rob with a strong line.
That's a knock on.
It's going to be a penalty to Sale.
Just leave it, 7, just leave it. Just leave it. Thank you. Just slip away. Easy.
There was a Newcastle
13,
player
never
lying in the back
onside.
of that ruck. I think he got in the way of the attack.
Scrum option.
Couldn't quite see who the Newcastle player was, but I think that's what the penalty is for, or the scrum, in fact.
Scrum option. 13, never onside. Brett, have a word.
And this is an ideal situation for Sale to be in here. An ideal place to be on the pitch, especially at this stage in the season. This is when you want to try things out. And no doubt George Ford and Alex Sanderson will have planned something for this sort of situation. Central scrum in the Newcastle 22. Ford's just behind the scrum, in line with the post, and Joe Carpenter's just behind him. Naya Lever on the right, Rob Dupree on the left with Aaron Reed. And Roebuck hugging the right-hand touchline. See what happens, will they just keep it in?
Behind 9, stay behind.
From Sale.
Use it.
Goes down.
Leave it.
War brings it away to Naya Lever, who flicks it out the back to Ford. That's the move we were expecting.
Tackle! Play on backwards.
Now they keep it tight. Now it goes wide again to Ford. Short pass to Rob Dupree, who barrels his way over. That's what he gives you in the 13 shirt. He's so good at distributing, Rob Dupree, with the pass and with the kick. But he's not small either. He still gives you that hard carrying line. And Ford just picks the right option. Well worked drive from Sale. Metcalf, no chance. Once she had a head of steam up.
I can't hear you, mate, there. Say again. When there's a quick ball, yeah. John, last 2 scrums, your side. 1.
Sam Dugdale has come on here. You can see with the strapping on his left arm. I'm not entirely sure who's come off for him.
I'll come
but Ford has added the extras.
I'll come across and chat to both.
21-12 to Sale. How can Newcastle bounce back? They've showed twice they have it in them. Twice Sale have stretched it to this lead, 7 points, and twice Newcastle have bounced back.
Keep going. If they know they're not on, just keep going. Just get back on side. Just have to surrender it and just give up.
This, of course, the 3rd pre-season friendly for the Sale Sharks. They won away to Coldy and lost narrowly away
outside
in Ireland.
Outside!
This is their first home fixture, so to speak. It's to play at the AJ
Oh, there, yeah, good.
Arguably, they don't feel more at home than here.
Use it!
In Sale.
Timing. Good.
Guswar kicks that away and it's gone out on the full. Must have gone
outside
back into the 22, such as the law.
Yeah.
You
Take
can't
the
kick
22.
it straight
Take the
out
22.
if you've exited the 22 already. That's why the line out is all the way back in the Sale 22 for Newcastle.
Go to the front again.
And it's Ollie Fletcher who will take this throw for Newcastle. They've got plenty in the back as well. Expect them to look to find some width here. The likes of Brown, you've already seen, they can play with the ball. Traditionally a very upfront, very direct team, Newcastle. They'll look to grind you down. Doesn't mean they don't have anything out wide either. The likes of Metcalf, who Sale fans will be familiar with. And Newcastle get another penalty here as the game begins to slow down a little bit.
Yes, mate.
It's Tom Curry who came off for Sam Dugdale.
Just keep them back.
I'm not sure again if that one was planned. You'd think not this early into the game.
I know.
But if there's one player Sale fans don't want to risk in a pre-season fixture, it's Tom Curry. So Dugdale will be with us for the rest of the day.
More. Don't change 3. That's defended once.
Newcastle
3,
with it at the back of the ball. This is where they're comfortable here, Newcastle. Ball in the hands of Ollie Fletcher.
He's legal, he's through the middle, play on.
And Bevan Rod looked for another ambitious miss pass. This one didn't come off. On his left hand, I'm not sure Alex Anderson will want his loose head prop doing that much more this season. Hopefully he gets them all out of his system now.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. All good, yeah, let's go.
Bevan Rod, of course, one of those new breed of modern hookers who just loves to play with the ball.
Yeah, send them on.
Back in the day, you wouldn't have props attempting that kind of play. It wasn't the norm, but now free reign. If you have the skills, which someone like Bevan Rod does, to pass, to kick, we've seen it before, throwing outrageous dummies. He's got the green light.
Stay up, I'll make sure I look at him as well.
But here is where it gets a bit more gritty. Scrum time.
All good. Let's go. Cross. Let's all stay up. Feet underneath. Crouch!
Newcastle have made 3 changes. One's at scrum half. Sam Stewart has left us. Kelly's come on in the back row. And Brian Byrne, formerly of Bristol, has come on at hooker for Ollie Fletcher.
Yeah. 8. Can we not have 8? No slingshot, causing instability. Yeah, just make sure you get bound in. It's fine.
I believe it's Hugh O'Sullivan at scrum half. On for Sam Stewart, formerly of London Irish. They'll recognise his name.
So 1 outside.
Take a quick look at the Newcastle bench. Plenty of talent on that bench, headlined by Adam Radwan. You'll be familiar with him. Scored on his England debut and has yet to make another cap since then. Also Connor Doherty, formerly of Sale. Moved this summer. Still of Sale, technically, on loan with Newcastle Falcons this season.
Leave, no.
And Elliot Obotoyimbo, formerly of Saracens, a lively fullback. Causes problems against every team that he faces. Hopefully we get to see him at some point today. Newcastle attacking deep in the Sale 22. Also Cameron Neild, formerly of Sale for many years. As Newcastle get the penalty. Newcastle Falcons, of course, coached by Steve Diamond now, who took a break from rugby, formerly the head coach at Sale for many, many years, during many of their greatest years in the recent times. I'm sure he got a warm reception at Haywood Road today. Not long left in this first half now, and it looks as if Brett Connon's going to go to the posts. You don't see that much in pre-season fixtures such as this. Taking a penalty at this scoreline, more closely associated with a more competitive game. Usually you'd see them want to try something and attack with the ball at this stage of the game, but Newcastle clearly just wanting to stay in it. Not looking to do anything too outrageous as of yet, and Connon knocks it over. And the scores are 21-15 to Sale. 4 to get it back underway. Deep right towards Alex Hurl, who takes it well. Louis Brown, sorry. Kicks very well. Comes here to Ford. Those towering kicks he's so well known for. And it's taken as well. That's what Sale do well. That's what worked in the Premiership last season. Those towering kicks, and our wingers are so good at getting underneath them. Tom Roebuck, a little jackrabbit, gets so high. Little Duracell bunny.
Just mark that, John, please.
Sale now with another chance to attack.
Advantage.
Rob Dupree looks to kick deep into the Newcastle 22, and Brown does really well to mark that.
Offside. 7.
But we come back for the penalty. Dupree
7.
Playing with the advantage
offside.
there.
There was a ruck formed, yeah.
Of course, after this game, we have a Premiership Cup break. Teams will begin their competitive season in that competition, as they have for a few seasons now.
Yeah.
Gives another chance to just warm yourself into the season. Sale have Caldy and also Doncaster in that tournament, and also Newcastle. All northern opponents this season for Sale. And then after that, they host Harlequins for their first Premiership game on the 22nd. Gus Wall with it at the back of the maul here. Comes away to Rob Dupree. He goes short to Naif Alavi. War again. Sale sniffing for another try. What would be their 4th? So War at the back. Always involved, Gus Wall. And then keep it tight again. Looking to grind down Newcastle. Creates some holes. Comes away from Dupree. Lovely hands away to Aaron Reid. Aaron Reid nearly gets over. Dupree looks hurt. He took a shot there as he tried to get the ball away. Last thing you want is an injury here in this game. Sale still with the ball, attacking the Newcastle line. Do they look to just keep it short now? Use the grunt to get over the line. No, they don't. It comes out from Ford to Naif Alavi. He's through again. This is how you introduce yourself to a new set of home supporters. Why seeing Naif Alavi 2 tries in the first half of his first game for Sale Sharks. The man brought in to fill the shoes of Manu Tuolangi. There's a big shoes to fill, but he looks up to the task so far. He's no joke. Ford adds the extras again, and Sale looking comfortable on the scoreboard again. Just a minute or so to go in this first half now. Newcastle slow to get back to the restart. You'd think they want to get the ball going here and get themselves some points before they go back into the sheds. Sale now notching 4 tries. Goes again to Hiron Andrews underneath the kickoff. That's what he's good at. Takes the kickoff well. And it's War who comes away. Sniping, can kick off both feet, Gus War. That one came off his right. And Brown again looking dangerous. I like the look of him. O'Sullivan now. Strong carry by Murray McCallum, another player from Worcester Warriors. Via a trip to France and to Edinburgh. Here's Hutchison,
Stop
kicks
five,
through.
stop.
And Hutchison finds touch.
No 50-22, boys. No 50-22. It's taken back in. Okay, yeah.
Sale with a job to do here
11
to
Newcastle.
deal with this defensive line out.
Just there. Just here is good, yeah. Is that change we made, Barry? Just wait, guys. Yeah, all good. Let's play.
Line out to be thrown in by Luke Cowan-Dickey. Taken at the back and off the top. It's a nice move. It's lost in contact there. Newcastle with the scrum as the clock ticks down into the final seconds of this first half. Can they get a try to take back into the sheds?
Okay, John, I'm going to go infield. Less than a minute to go.
Hugh O'Sullivan to put the ball into the scrum here. Newcastle plotting, plenty of chat coming from Hutchison at 12 and from Ollie Spencer at 13. What have they got up their sleeve here? It's Metcalf on this right-hand side. He'll be hoping for the ball. He'll love a score against his former club, Jack Metcalf.
Stay level. Stay level. Just stay level with your hooker. You've got no gap. Okay? We've got clear gap for you. Let's go. Cross. Okay. And going early as well. Make sure it's not you as well. Alright?
Clock in the red now. Next time the ball goes out of play or goes dead, we will hear the half-time whistle. Sale will be more eager for that whistle than their opponents here. Defending their line. Newcastle with the ball. What can they produce?
Use it!
Comes from O'Sullivan. They go to the left. It comes through the hands of Brown. Oh, great defence from Sale in that corner.
Yeah.
Brown involved again. He looks to always want the ball in his hands, Brown.
Stay back
Newcastle less than a metre away now. They keep it tight through the forwards. That carry comes from Scott.
Thank you. Leave one!
O'Sullivan again finds a short runner, popped off the floor. Heroic Sale defence here to keep Newcastle out. Can they survive this onslaught before the half-time whistle? All they need is one turnover.
No, leave it to
Newcastle again for O'Sullivan to Hutchison, running a short line. O'Sullivan again finds Hawkins, formerly of Bristol.
No lift.
Newcastle keeping it tight, nothing too special. They might need something a bit more inventive to get through the Sale defence. It looks pretty resolute. Still keeping it short. Not too much width on his right-hand side. They'll have to keep going to the left. And they look to just bash their way through the middle, Newcastle. Through the front door. But Sale's stubborn with their defence. Tackle after tackle. If anything, they're going backwards, Newcastle. They'll need something a bit different. It was Conan with the chip which created one of their tries. Gathered well, taken back into contact. They come to the right now. Still not much width on this right-hand side.
No, leave!
It's number 13, Ollie Spencer, who's hugging the touchline. He's the only one out on this right-hand side. And there's the turnover from Sale. It felt inevitable. The Newcastle attack was going nowhere. And they take the kick. The Sale substitutes were on their way to the sheds, but it's still in field. It's being chased by Roebuck. This will be incredible if he finishes this. There was a little tug on his shoulder as he kicked that ahead. I'm not sure he would have got there before it went into touch. That was bizarre. The Sale substitutes were halfway across the field for half time, but they had other ideas. They kicked it ahead. Very inventive. There was a foot in there from Brett Codden, but again, I don't think Roebuck would have gathered it. I don't think it made a difference in the end. That would have been the most remarkable of tries on the half-time whistle. So we go into the sheds 28-15 to the Sale Sharks. They look the stronger of the two teams so far in this first half at Haywood Road. This fixture marking 25 years of Sale Sharks. This is where it all began for Sale. Plenty of buzz around this ground. Excited to see what their team can produce in the second half. Still plenty of names to come off the bench. Still plenty of action to happen. Expect a few more tries. That's what we love to see in these pre-season fixtures. 4 already for Sale. 2 for Newcastle. As we see Steve Diamond on the pitch now, barking orders at his Newcastle team. As the substitutes take the field, warming up for the second half. We take a break. Excited to give you the second half live here.
If he'd actually gone for the ball completely, I was actually happy with the turnover.
We've always been here, deep down in Manx roots. Grown up in this city, cogs, metal and boots. Under layers of grey, before blues and reds, the wickets and runs, the knockouts and heads. Came people in union from all walks of life. Scrum together through struggle and try on through strife. We do things differently here, yeah, good and proper, with stars in our eyes and mud on our clobber. With passion and pride, we stand hand in hand, because everyone's welcome, on pitch or on stand. A city of sharks with courage and bite, chip balm and a brew. Ah, go on, love, a pint. Respect all, fear none. Come win or come loss. So come on, our kid. Let's show him who's boss.
Welcome back to this second half at Haywood Road. You join me, your commentator, Ben Nurse. It's 28-15 to Sale Sharks in this special 25-year anniversary match. This is where it all started for Sale Sharks here at Haywood Road all those years ago. Before the move to Stockport, before the move to their current home in Salford. They feel right at home at the moment here, Sale. 13 points in the lead. Highlights of that first half included a double on his debut for Waisea Nayef-Alevu. Plenty of excitement around that incoming star. Fijian captain, seasoned international. George Ford will get us back underway. It's Sale Sharks against Newcastle Falcons. It's live here on YouTube. As the scrum half replacement for Newcastle, Hugh O'Sullivan looks to get this ball away. It's Carpenter underneath it. Great first half, Joe Carpenter. And he's done well to keep that in play to Luke Cowan-Dickey. Another standout in that first half. Cowan-Dickey, often running, engages quite a few defenders. Rafi Quirk is on for Sale, a half-time change on for Gus Waugh. In that 21 shirt, look out for Rafi Quirk. Tackle! He's a live wire with ball in hand. Quirk with the ball in his hands now, digging it out from his ruck. Quirk again, deep to Ford. Puts it up.
Lost forward. Advantage.
And Newcastle end up with it. That kick didn't work out for Sale.
Use it now. No.
Newcastle with it again with Hugh O'Sullivan, who will box kick it away again. Bit of a kicking duel here for Sale and Newcastle. Carpenter's underneath this one. comfortable again, Carpenter. Such a young man, so much confidence every time he gets the ball. Dupree again. He's looked to that sweeping miss pass a few times so far in this game. It worked a few times in the first half. Doesn't work on this occasion. Newcastle do well to bundle the attacker into touch.
Five man. Tackle.
And Newcastle get the penalty,
Tackle out the ball.
taking the man in the air. Kieran Wilkinson with the ball in his hands now. Sale fans will be familiar with Kieran Wilkinson as he has a little laugh and a joke with his former teammate. Spent many years here, Kieran Wilkinson. Many years on this pitch as well for Sale FC.
Yeah. Six, yeah.
Tom Burrow on the pitch for Sale now, as we hear over the stadium announcement. Another lad coming through the academy, which has proved so successful for Sale over the years. The likes of Roebuck, the likes of Quirk, the likes of War, all academy local produced. Burrow hoping to be another one of those local talents coming through the academy.
Leave no one!
Newcastle with the ball now. They've only scored two tries, to Sale's 4. Ambitious baton.
Ball!
This is the arena to try things out, things that you wouldn't try necessarily in a Premiership or European match. In this pre-season friendly, we call it, but not a lot of love lost between these two teams, two northern rivals in the Premiership.
Sorry. Marks here, boys. Nice and balanced, nice and patient. Both inside, yeah. Boys, step up to the mark. Let's go. Step up, left. Let's go.
Newcastle as well, of course, a team who does well to produce a lot of local talent from that Northumberland area, also from the Durham area. They do well to bring through a lot of young talent. Of course, a team who doesn't splash the cash in the transfer markets, doesn't bring in the big money names that a lot of other teams in the Premiership do. They don't have the financial capacity for that kind of spending. So the academy is where they look to bring through their talent. And you see that across this team sheet especially. The likes of Lewis Brown, who's already scored today. Freddie Lockwood, another one at number 8, one to keep your eye on. Gets through a lot of work, Freddie Lockwood.
Off please. Just wait, Hooker, just wait. There's you. It's your ball, yeah. Advantage over.
Through the hands now, into the hands of Naya Thalevu. This is the man we want to see with the ball. He kicks it through on this occasion. Newcastle have a job to do here to clear their lines. Here we go. I think that's Adam Radwan on the pitch. Who else would be running that fast? Talked about him in the first half. One to keep your eye on if he comes in the second half. He is on the pitch now with that strapping around his head. England international, England try scorer, of course, Adam Radwan. He is lightning. Few players, if any, are as quick as Adam Radwan in the Premiership. Bit lateral on that occasion, and not too comfortable on the boot either. A Sale get to attack now. Rob Dupree looks for Naya Thalevu, comes off a shoulder on that occasion.
Yeah, it was a reaction.
You just see Sale so eager to get the ball in the hands of Waisia Naya Thalevu. This guy already, he's only played for one half of one pre-season match at Sale Sharks, and already his teammates have a lot of faith in him. He's a big man, but he's a quick man across the ground as well. 2 tries already in this game for Newcastle. He is prolific and has been throughout his career. Brings something a bit different to Manu Tuolangi, who of course left after many seasons. A fan favourite here, Manu Tuolangi. Newcastle offers something a little bit different. You certainly don't lose much of the power that you got from Manu Tuolangi. Of course, Will Addison on the bench as well, who will play a lot in the centre shirt this season, hopefully for Sale. Came through the academy here at Sale before leaving for Ulster a few years ago. He's returning today. Penny for his thoughts, pulling on the blue shirt again after years in the white of Ulster.
Turnover's good, first man. Hold it.
Here's Newcastle with a chance now. Quick line speed.
Leave now.
Sale quickly get to the stem of that attack. Oh, it's Radwan who gets onto that kick from O'Sullivan, showing his speed once again. He only needs half an inch, Radwan. Oh, and Newcastle have broken through here and have scored. Simple as that, straight through the front door from Newcastle Falcons. 1 break through the middle and 1 offload. Looks like Brian Byrne, who's got on the end of that one. Quite a prolific try scorer in the hooker position. Used to bag them every other week for Bristol Bears. Now at Newcastle, that's a lovely finish. Yeah, Newcastle not too keen to spread the ball to the wide channels, as you're seeing here from Sale. Sale have played that kind of rugby in the league, but also in this pre-season fixture, you want to try a few things out. This is the time to spread the ball around the pitch. Newcastle, on the other hand, happy to just keep it close, keep it tight. Just go through the middle of the defence, as you saw there. And they're right back in this fixture. 28-20 now on the scoreboard, with the kick to come from Kieran Wilkinson, his first kick of the match. And he gets it. He's dissected those posts many times before for Sale FC, as I mentioned. He's right at home on this pitch, more so than probably any of the Sale Sharks players. So important for Kieran Wilkinson. Sale fans will wish the best for him. Didn't quite work out at Leicester Tigers, but so much talent Kieran Wilkinson has. He's played for England under 20s in the past. If he gets a few games under his belt, gets a run of form, he could be a true bona fide Premiership star.
Good. Inside, 9. Yeah, you got it. Stay.
Newcastle now in their 22, working it out. It's going to be O'Sullivan to clear his lines. Ben Bamba on the field now for Sale with his mullet haircut now. You don't see that much in this part of the world. Number 19 on his back, Ben Bamba. Had his breakthrough season last season. Famously used to work in a warehouse before playing rugby league in Yorkshire.
Yeah, 10.
Eventually found his home at Sale in the Premiership, playing rugby union. On the fringes of that England squad now, Ben Bamba. Such a talented player, so much size, but so much mobility, which is so important these days. At second row, he can pass, he can offload, he can run with the ball. Sale now with the ball. In line with the post on the 22. Big clear out. Fans liked that one. Here's Carpenter looking for space on the left-hand side. He's gone straight through, and he's going to beat the fullback as well. No, great recovery tackle, I think, from Brown. 15 on 15. Carpenter wanted to win that contest. There was no chance of him passing that ball once he made the line break. He was just scouting out for space as he got that loose ball there, Carpenter. And he found it on the left-hand side. Creates this field position for Sale, who are attacking deep in the Newcastle 22 now. Can they add another score? It will be their 5th score of the game.
No, move. Stay there.
Keeping it tight now. Oh, the offload from Bamba is spilled. I talked about his offloading. That wingspan, so dangerous in his offloading game. Now here's Will Addison coming on the field, number 23. He'll get a round of applause from the Sale fans. A fan favourite in his first stint at this club.
Yeah, send him on.
Also looks like James Harper coming on the field for Sale.
Yeah.
So we see Cowan Dickey just spilling that ball there.
The first one. Put him on Sale. Yeah. All done.
Naifalevu will leave the field now, along with Apoku Fanshaw and Tom Roebuck. Decent day's work for those 3 men. Naifalevu couldn't have dreamed of a better debut here today. 2 tries. Dangerous in every facet of the game. He makes way for Will Addison, another, well, re-debutant. Made his debut at this club many, many years ago. Back in the blue shirt now.
I don't think we've got one. We've got a ball, guys. We've got a ball. Guys.
Great to see the likes of Joe Carpenter wanting to get involved in this fixture. You'd forgive him for not being at 100% with it being a pre-season fixture, but Joe Carpenter wants the ball in his hands, wants to take on defenders, wants to beat them. You saw him go through the line before and immediately look to take the fullback on his outside.
Yeah, come on, TG! Stay on the mark. Stay on the mark. Both of you. Crouch! Bind! Yeah, I'll become. Boys, it's a big gap. Yeah, it's a big gap. Let's go again, come on. Let's come up. Not too close.
Both teams ringing the changes now at this stage of the game. No need to risk any legs at this point in the season. Long season ahead, of course, for both of these sides in the league and in the cup and in European competitions.
Crouch!
A great opportunity to try out some younger names coming through into the squad. A good time to stamp your authority on the squad as well, with starting shirts up for grabs when it comes to the competitive fixtures. Sale have marmalised that Newcastle scrum. Somehow the penalty goes against them. Newcastle get the penalty here. It looked as if on the right-hand side, Sale had gone all the way through. James Harper looks bemused by the referee's decision. I can't tell you myself what that one was for. Wilkinson, nonetheless, looks to clear his lines. Be good to see a replay of that scrum. Looked as if Sale had the upper hand.
On the line, boys. Take that line.
It's Tom O'Flaherty who's come on for Roebuck. The first half change. Reed coming on for O'Flaherty early in the first half makes a lot more sense now in a three-way rotation, with Roebuck, those 3 wingers. Newcastle to throw into this line out now.
Callum, thank you. Well, not held. One is over.
Kicked up downfield by Newcastle. The chase is strong. Flying after this. O'Flaherty's got a job to do. O'Flaherty's done really well. He's made a good 40 metres on that run. Eventually bundled into touch after offloading. It was Carpenter again getting involved on that left-hand side. Carpenter, another player along with the likes of Roebuck and Quirk, who he came through with originally. Originally from Yorkshire, Joe Carpenter, but moved to the Sale Academy at a young age. Alex Sanderson put a lot of trust in him and the other young players at this club. A Sale win the penalty. We see Sam Bedlow ready to come onto the field. Had a very strong start to last season before his injury.
Yeah, send them on.
Bedlow on now, wearing the number 13 shirt, coming on for the former number 13, Rob Dupree. He'll take his place in the centres alongside Will Addison, who is standing at outside centre at the moment. Bedlow goes to inside centre, just off George Ford's left shoulder, as this line out comes in towards the back. Taken down, not clean. But Sale still have it. Through the middle, now we get a chance to see the centres in action. That carry was from Bedlow, getting involved straight away.
Play on, first man.
Sale working the left-hand side. It's been turned over. Turned over in that ruck. Sloppy again from Sale. It's been a slightly disjointed performance in parts.
Use it!
We've seen a few errors from both teams. It's to be expected in a pre-season fixture. Both teams throwing a bit of caution to the wind. And Newcastle clear their lines expertly.
Let me know if we need to stop there. We'll just stop, okay?
Almost 20 minutes gone in this second half.
Guys, time off, time off. Time off, we've got a head injury.
Scores 28-22 to Sale, 4 tries to 3. Sale will have hoped for a bigger buffer at this stage of the match. So we see Ruben Birch coming on for Sale now, another promising young player. Sting's slightly gone out of this game. Saw a lot of running rugby and a lot of intensity from both teams in this first half, but it's dropped off a little bit in the second half. Maybe a bit of fatigue involved with that.
Yeah, we've got a player that's going off for you.
Simon McIntyre also looking like he's going to come on. Likely for Bevan Rod.
Okay. Time on, yeah, he's been replaced.
Sale now attacking through the middle of the field. Quirk. Quirk again, working this left-hand side through George Ford.
Hold it.
Just looking to tick things over Ford. That's what he's good at. Standing in that first receiver role, bringing in Bamba. Another strong carry from Ben Bamba. That's what he gives you. It's Ethan Kane now on the field. Ford. Oh, it's been lost again. Another error for Sale in a promising position. Wilkinson has a lot to do, and he's done it. Oh, nearly broke through the line.
Well, leave it.
Sale flying up with some impressive line speed in that Newcastle attack, but they've worked their way round, and they're away here. It's Adam Radwan, it's the speedster. Finds his runner on the inside. The replacement scrum half will go over. We were waiting to see the ball in the hands of Adam Radwan in open space. He's so dangerous. Sale initially looked to have closed down that attack early on in the middle of the field. It started in Newcastle's own half. Looked to have stifled the attack, but the offload comes Obutoyimbo through the hands. Doherty in open space. There's Radwan with the strapping on his head. And a lovely support line. Two of them could have gone over there. Sale defence in disarray after the line break. Really impressive how Newcastle have bounced back here, showing a lot of character to continuously go down on the scoreboard and continuously bounce back, and they have the chance to go ahead now through the boot of Kieran Wilkinson. Scores at 28-27 at the moment. Saw a strange decision for Brett Connon to go to the post in the first half. You don't usually see that in a pre-season fixture, but that decision could have put them ahead.
Yeah,
but Wilkinson kick just goes wide, and Sale still in the lead just by 1 point though. They'll be slightly shell-shocked by that Newcastle try. They look to be in control. A lot of the territory was in the Newcastle half, but it's Newcastle who ended up getting the try. Another whole host of changes. Tom Curtis is on the field now. Carpenter has come off, so it looks like Curtis the fullback. And the other change is McIntyre for Rod.
Keep going. Play on, flat.
Newcastle looking to work the way out of the 22. They've turned it over. That's not what you want off the back of points, to turn the ball over in your own 22. Give the other team a chance to attack. It's come through the hands here. Ruben Birch, I think it is, on this right-hand side.
Lead. Good work.
Ford, all the space here on the left. Sale supporters screaming for the ball to go to the left-hand side. Here it comes now. Great defense by Sale to close down that opportunity. They do get the penalty. They go quickly with it. That's what Rafi Quirk does. That's what we see so often from Rafi Quirk, sniping around the fringes. You've got to be alert when a penalty is given against you, because Rafi Quirk needs no second invitation to take the quick tap. That's what he did all last season, and he's done it again here in this pre-season fixture to restore Sale's buffer.
He still needs to enter clearly from the back foot.
Great finish by Rafi Quirk. Such a live wire. Gives you something so different to Gus Waugh, who we see in the first half of games usually. Gus Waugh more controlled. Rafi Quirk very much is intensity, pace, and power from that range as well. Great leg drive to go over from that range. George Ford now with the chance to take the lead to 8 for Sale Sharks.
Yeah.
Just less than 20 minutes to go in this game.
Falcons, yeah.
The likes of Ford have been on the pitch since the kickoff.
Cool. Perfect, thank you.
Impressive to see him going over an hour in this pre-season fixture. Kick just goes wide. The lead stays at 6 points.
Which way are you going? Okay.
You can see the Sale players who've come off the pitch just having a little interaction with the fans. You love to see it in this pre-season fixture at Haywood Road. It's what you get at Haywood Road. A relaxed atmosphere here for this 25-year anniversary for the Sale Sharks.
Maul! Yeah, he's there, legal. Here's a maul, yes!
Taken beautifully, and they've turned it into a maul, which has gone 15 metres up the field.
Go see it.
Halfway line where the kick was taken. The referee gives the turnover to Newcastle. Sale initiated that maul, and thus give away the turnover for not using it in time.
Okay, let's go. Scrum. Newcastle ball. You all right? Sorry. Okay. Time off if you want. Yeah? Okay. Up we come, boys. Patience and balance.
This is supposedly, I say supposedly, the northern derby here between Sale and Newcastle. As far as Premiership goes, this is the derby for both of these teams. Despite the 3-hour drive time between the two stadiums, there is an air of these two teams do hate losing to each other.
Crouch!
Regardless of distance, this is the closest thing the teams have to a rivalry, to a derby in the Premiership.
Sit!
No different here in this pre-season fixture. Both teams scrapping for a victory. We've seen it go back and forth.
Release!
Sale again restore a one-try lead. Newcastle with
Newcastle
the ball.
stop one. Good. Yeah,
Into
you're on.
22. Reed has a lot to do.
Yeah, you're good.
Has it now, Aaron Reed?
Sale, stop
the
it!
ball since he came on, Aaron Reed. Sale supporters will hope to see that change. He's so dangerous with ball in hand. That's where you want him.
Here, edge of that line here. Okay. Yeah, same player. Time off, boys, same player. Yeah, what were the numbers going to be? 6. 6 when we go, we've got time off, boys, yeah.
Sale Sharks, who open their Premiership campaign at home to Harlequins on the 22nd. Much of the build-up around this game for Alex Anderson and his team, you think would be around that fixture. That would have been circled in the calendar. That's the game they want to start well. As we see Cameron Neal get a bit of treatment, the former Sale player, of course.
Okay, send him on. Can we just get to the edge of there? Yeah. Edge of the line, boys. Off we go. Well, wait, just wait. He's still on. He's still on.
Crowd slightly restless
he's still
at
on.
this
He's
point
still
of the game. We saw a flurry of tries.
Edge
in
of
the
that white
first
line
half.
and stay there.
Sale notched up
Yeah,
4. They've got 1 so far in the second half. Supporters eager for some more action. As Newcastle will throw into this line out. Can they produce something? Comes off the top. Here's Wilkinson. Comes on from Hutchison. He's been very impressive, Hutchison. That pass didn't go to hand, but I have to say he's got through a lot of work the inside centre. It's been impressive.
Still advantage. Advantage over. Take him back.
Ford, one of his trademark driving kicks towards the corner. He loves doing that, George Ford. That's what he offers you.
Yeah, no 50-22 is taken back in.
The general in the number 10 shirt.
Newcastle ball. No 50-22 is taken back.
When he goes for that kick, you know it's going to be on the money. When he sees
Front
that
man,
space
in
the bottom corner to push the opposition back to a defensive line out, you know when he goes for that kick, it's going to be pinpoint, and it is again here today.
Numbers, guys.
And now
2,
Newcastle
let's get you
have
in.
a lot to do to work it out from 5 metres
2
from
and
the
in.
own try line.
Go. Numbers.
Referees ping Sale for something here. Not entirely sure what it is. It might have been numbers in the line out. Nonetheless, Wilkinson kicks clear.
Fight.
Just over 10 minutes to go in this pre-season fixture.
Sale
Both
in.
teams will be happy with how they've performed. Arguably Newcastle more so. They've been in this game from start to finish, and they've showed a lot of character. And they've been very clinical to continuously bounce back when Sale have gone ahead. Sale have looked good in glimpses, in flashes. Not quite the full product yet. As Harper, strong carry through the middle. Work off the base. Away from Bedlow. Ford couldn't take it. And
Offside.
Newcastle nearly got through, but the penalty is Sale's for offside. Rafi will take it quickly as he always
Play
does.
on the 10, yeah,
Away.
play on.
Pass looked to be on, but he went himself.
Run!
That just opened up there.
Ball is out, play on.
He takes his opportunities when he gets them. Turned over by Newcastle, but Sale will get the ball back with the scrum.
Lost forward.
Hopefully get to see it on the replay. Rafi Quirk with that quick tap. It's red alert as soon as you see him with the ball.
Time off, boys, yeah. Time off. It's their ball. It's turned over and then knocked forward.
Newcastle's bench arguably has made more of an impact. The likes of Obertoyimbo, who we just saw on screen. Radwan, of course, influential in Newcastle's last try. Still yet to see Rakiti Massey White, young player for Sale, young, powerful centre, formerly of Wasps.
Oh ball. Their ball. It's turned over and just lost forward. Why are you?
Apart from that, Sale's bench is empty.
Okay, come.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get set up. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I know, I'm looking. Their ball.
As Rafi Quirk prepares to put into this scrum. Scrum's been fairly neutral in this game so far. Neither team have dominated this area of the game.
Crouch!
We've seen Apoku for sure
Fine!
be on the field and leave.
Set!
Not much of an impact. We expect to see him thrive in that area. Sale get a bit of a shove on here. Referee's on
One
gives a
angle.
penalty to Newcastle again.
Far side, one
It's
across
the
the
second
scrum.
time we've seen
One
Sale get the push on
angle.
the right hand side of the scrum, on Harper's side of the scrum. And the Sale and the referee, ping Sale. Referee motioning for driving inwards. You've got to drive straight to the scrum. I think he put up a number 1 for Cy McIntyre on the loose head side of the scrum, not driving straight, boring in to the Newcastle hooker, which you can't do.
I'll always give you time to adjust.
And Newcastle get a chance
Just stay there and I'll
move
get your
up the
numbers.
field.
5.
They've scarcely had much territory in this game, not just this half, in the whole match, but they've done a lot with the territory they've received, scored a couple of tries from their own half. They'll have the ball in their own half here. What can they produce? A try here would make it very interesting for Newcastle. It's a maul.
Into side. Don't change.
The maul is on Radwan's
That's
side
one,
of the
Snow.
field. They'll look to get him the ball if they can.
Take him back
The
in
kick
half.
goes up. Taken well by Aaron Reid.
Offside.
And the penalty is Sales offside in front of the kicker.
14 offside. 14.
So important at this
Always in
stage
front,
in this
always
season
advancing.
to get 80 minutes under the belt of certain players. You see George Ford with the ball in his hands on your screen now. Looks as if he's going to go all 80. Can't underestimate how important it is for a player like him, very much a confidence player, to have game minutes under his belt.
Just here, boys. Just there. Yeah, perfect. Just keep it there.
I say that as George Ford now leaves the field with less than 10 minutes to go. Rob Dupree is back on
guys.
in the familiar number 10 shirt.
Are we ready to go, Barry? We're good to go?
Ford makes his way off.
Yeah, we're good to go, boys. Play
Wilkinson
on.
also has left the field. That's a shame for Newcastle. He looked lively.
Play on.
Kane off the back here. That was Bedlow with that carry. Quirk sliding around the edges. He's found Van Rijn. That's class from Rafi Quirk. That is class. He gets you interested in the fringes around the edges. It's sniping and running himself. And then the one time you think he's definitely running himself, defense stiffens up around the edge, and he just pops that pass that earns Van Rijn running a very smart line off his shoulder. That's a lovely pass from Rafi Quirk. And Van Rijn needs no more invitation to get over the try line. You can see, I think it was Freddie Lockwood in the number 8 shirt for Newcastle. Sees Rafi Quirk put the ball up, and all his eyes are on the scrum half, the placement scrum half.
Number 4.
No one's looking at Van Rijn, and he goes through the middle with a big man. That's Sale's sick try, and they'll feel comfortable now.
Definitely at the time, yeah. No problem.
Van Rijn, of course, who joined last season from the Stormers, had a tremendous first season for Sale. Somewhat of a find of the season in the entire league. Gets through a lot of work, Van Rijn.
Right.
Tackles a lot.
Good to see you back
Gets
on,
to a lot of rucks. real workhorse. And it looks like he's going to play 80 minutes in this game as well. Rob Dupree added that conversion. It's now 40 points to Sale Sharks, 27 points to Newcastle Falcons. Sale looking comfy here now.
Strips, play on.
Wonder if we see them take their foot off the gas as Newcastle gather their own kickoff and have the ball in a pretty dangerous position. What do they have in response to that try? Looks like it's on this left-hand side. Here it comes. And they're going to get over. It's number 23 for Newcastle. Number 22, sorry. We've seen them continuously go down, concede, and bounce back and get a try in response. Really impressive to see from a Newcastle perspective. They'll take that as one of the big positives from this game. They've almost been within touching distance for the whole 80 minutes, and this was a smart move. It was Max Pepper who scored the try in the end in the number 22 shirt. Brother, of course, of Guy Pepper, who had a very impressive season for Newcastle last year before moving to Bath.
All good, boys.
Young centre for Newcastle. Max Pepper gets his try. He'll be happy with that one. And the question is now, what else can Newcastle take on their long journey back up to the northeast? They've got another try, and this kick will bring them within 6. Game very much back on. It's Conan who's back on the field. Skews that one to the left. Unlucky, Conan.
Last 5 then, boys.
So the lead remains at 8. More than one score for Newcastle to get back into this game. If they got that kick, a converted try would have put them ahead, which is crazy to say, as Sale have looked in the driver's seat for most of this fixture. Tap back by O'Flaherty. Sale have the ball again. It's very end-to-end, very topsy-turvy this game. It's Quirk around the edges again. This time finds Bamba.
Got anything there? Play on, play on.
We've seen it go back and forth, over and over again. Neither team able to get a good grip on this game. As it comes left now, it's Jamie Blameyer on the field. England international, of course, for Newcastle.
Pause here.
Good to see him off the bench for a few minutes.
Leave now.
Comes away again here for Newcastle. Conan. Through the hands, impressively through the hands. More adventurous now, Newcastle.
Advantage. Get the mark for me, yeah. Advantage. Tackle. Still advantage, high tackle.
Here it comes to this left-hand side. Through Conan. There's that kick again. It worked in the first half. In between. Oh!
He's offside.
Newcastle look to have scored.
The kick, so we're not playing
it's going to come all the way back for a Newcastle penalty. It looked as if Tom O'Flaherty was taken off the ball by the attacking Newcastle support runner. I think that was deemed as an infringement by the referee. Hence, we come all the way back for a Newcastle penalty. Just in front of halfway in Newcastle, in Sale's half, sorry. But we saw that kick work from Conan for the Louis Brown try.
Scrum. Scrum. Hey.
Mistake there from Newcastle. Kick goes dead, and it will be a Sale scrum. That's the kind of sloppy error you don't want at this stage of the game. Competitive fixture or not.
Nice and square, both of you.
Smart kick from Conan, just to go back to that. In between the fullback and the winger covering that space as well. You see a lot of teams these days with the new kicking laws, the 40-22 law, that is, 50-22, sorry. You see a lot of teams defend with 3 players in the backfield recently, so Newcastle clearly seeing the Sale only have 2 in the backfield, the winger and the fullback. Just putting that kick in between them, so both of them have to work. The kick finds grass. Sale now attacking. Aaron Reid on the shoulder. Rob Dupree doesn't give it to him, instead kicks into that corner. That's where you want Aaron Reid as a Sale fan. Just scheming off the shoulder of the fly half as an option. He causes so much havoc through the middle of the field.
Play on, play on.
Newcastle have gone quickly, I think, here.
Play on, stick it quickly.
They've got a lot to do to clean up
Stop, don't advance,
that
stop.
quick line
Now
out.
on.
I'm not sure the thought process behind that one. Eventually they get it away, but danger signs there for Newcastle with that quick line out. You know, gone are the days of your wingers staying on their wings.
Take the line,
Seen
boys.
plenty of wingers
You'll
in
get
recent
numbers,
years find
I'll
a
get
lot
numbers.
of joy
Guys,
through the middle
seven.
of the field,
Seven.
off the shoulder of the playmaker. Aaron Reed very much in that mould, very much that kind of player.
I'll have a look. Sail in.
Sail with the ball here, Rafi Quirk.
Knock
Shaping to
advantage.
kick, does kick. Doug Dale following it up.
Okay, no, under pressure there. We'll come back.
Referee will pull us back. We're into just about to enter the final minute of this match. Sale with an 8-point lead. They look to have the win in the bag. Can they finish with a flurry, or will it be Newcastle who get themselves a consolation score?
Right up.
Scrum in line with the posts.
Stay on the mark, boys. Both sides, stay on the mark.
Come on, boys. Let's get side. Hey, on me.
Yes!
Rafi Quirk to put the ball in here. He's proved to be dangerous a couple of times, created a couple of tries for his team. We've yet to see much from Will Addison in the bottom left of your screen there in the 23 shirt. Newcastle again get the free kick at the scrum. I believe that's the third consecutive scrum where the referee has pinged Sale. That'll be something to look at for Alex Sanderson as Newcastle come away with it. Through the hands they go again to the right-hand side. Much more adventurous in the second half. Newcastle with the ball in hand. They look to bring Adam Radwan into the game. Now they go to the left. Conan. Inside ball. Conan pulling the strings again.
Yeah.
Wealth of experience on his shoulders at this level. Obatoyimbo with the tip on. They're away here. I think it's Pepper again, the try scorer. Impressive performance from him so far in the second half of this game. That was a lovely tip on from Obatoyimbo. And Newcastle now, with the wind in their sails, has come from Blamire to Conan. Now again to Obatoyimbo, using that footwork that he's known for. Such a tricky customer, Elliot Obatoyimbo. So hard to put down when he gets in full flow. Newcastle again with the ball.
Don't hold him in. No, play on. Don't hold him in. Play on.
Oh, lovely offload. And Newcastle have gone straight through the middle. Out here comes the Radwan. And it will be Newcastle who finish with a flurry. I think he got the ball down. I think there's a few people here doubting. Ernst van Rijn is calling for a knock-on. The try is given to Adam Radwan. Acrobatic finish from the England international. Even with this kick, Newcastle will finish a point behind. Sale will take the victory. Newcastle will be happy to take another try home with them. Slightly unnecessary finish from Adam Radwan. Could have put it down, but went for the acrobatics.
Take your time, bro, yeah.
And he deserved his try, Adam Radwan. Made a big impact when he came on the pitch. Impressive by Conan. It looked good when he came back on, creating through the middle. Obatoyimbo as well. Newcastle overall will be very pleased with this pre-season performance. Regardless of Sale taking the win, Conan will kick here for a consolation 2 points to slim the lead back down to 1. Sale had their bright spots. Talk about YSA and Naya Labour in the first half. He got 2 tries on his debut. As Colin gets the kick from the touchline, fair play. So it is a 1-point victory for the Sale Sharks. 40 points to 39. We've been treated to a try fest here at Haywood Road. In this 25-year anniversary fixture, back where it all began for Sale, they marked the occasion with a victory. We've seen a whole host of tries. We've seen some international stars, and we've seen, of course, some new young players coming through, making their claim for senior competitive starts. Handshakes all round between these two teams. No love lost. Both teams will take plenty of positives from this game, as we see Steve Diamond shaking hands with his former players. And the fans start to leave the stadium. Pleasure to bring you this game live from Haywood Road. Both teams put it all out on the line. Plenty of intensity, plenty of passion on show here at Haywood Road. It's been a pleasure to bring you the live coverage here on YouTube. That will be the end of this sporting day here at Haywood Road. Sale Sharks women lost to Loughborough Lightning earlier on here in their Power Cup fixture. First ever double header with the Sale Sharks women and the Sale Sharks men playing afterwards. It's been a long old day, but Sale Sharks men have got their win here in this pre-season fixture. Their second win in 3 pre-season games.
We've always been here, deep down in Manx roots. Grown up in this city, cogs, metal and boots. Under layers of grey, before blues and reds, the wickets and runs, the knockouts and heads, came people in union from all walks of life. Scrum together through struggle and try on through strife. We do things differently here, yeah, good and proper, with stars in our eyes and mud on our clobber. With passion and pride, we stand hand in hand, because everyone's welcome, on pitch or on stand. A city of sharks with courage and bite, chip balm and a brew. Ah, go on, love, a pint. Respect all, fear none. Come win or come loss. So come on, our kid. Let's show 'em who's boss.